Hello there YouTubes, how is everybody today? I hope you're all well. Another quick update on the GSXR1100 Slabby. Ooh, another thing of beauty. Oh, look at it. Now, some of you may remember, if you've watched any of my very dull videos, that I was waiting on a rear brake caliper seal kit. And if you've watched, I think the very first one when the parts arrived, I thought I'd received from a company 2 sets of fronts, as in front caliper rebuild kits. Now, as it happens, I only opened one and it was a front. Well, while I was faffing about thinking, where the hell is the second kit, the rear kit, I thought, I wonder. So yeah, I looked in the other packet and it was the rear. They had sent me both. They'd sent me a front and rear in the same package, although I'd ordered them separately. So the rear was here all along. So the rear caliper, here we go. That has been rebuilt as well with lovely new pads, all ready to go. So that'll be going back on pretty soon. Now, a mate of mine, Tony, said, he goes, oh, I might have some old slabby bits kicking around from when I had mine. So he delivered a few parts over to me, some of which are there, except for the gaskets and the strainer. That was from Zach. I'll come into that in a minute. Excuse the mess. One of the parts was a standard pipe exhaust hanger, which fits up under there. That'll become relevant in just a minute. The other parts, which I'm really happy about, were dust covers for the front calipers, because mine were missing. Now these are hard to come by, they're rare, they're no longer available, and they're a pain to find if you can find them anywhere. And he only had 2 of them, didn't he? So they've gone straight on with the rebuilt calipers. So yeah, all 3 calipers rebuilt, new seal kits, new pads, ready to go. Front brake master cylinder rebuilt, ready to go, and obviously the stainless lines, which are sat down there. Clutch. Now, I was going to get a rebuild kit, and I was like thinking, shall I, shan't I? But I will, because this morning when I came out, if you can see that on the camera, let's move that around a little bit. Can you see that? We all know what that is, don't we? Because if we pan up, yeah, clutch fluid. What do they call it? Fluid clutch. I love the Japanese for their translations. So clutch is going to need a slave and master cylinder rebuild kit. So that's not a problem, is it? I'll just get that done. Now, update time. As you may have seen, if you did see this, a rather lovely exhaust pipe. This is, I think it's an Eagle. Some will correct me if I'm wrong. It's an Eagle pipe, which, let me just pop the camera down. Where we can get it apart. Let's have a bit of light. You can see how professional I am at this, can't you? So, an Eagle pipe, which is a 4 into, it's an into 1, but obviously in the collector it splits into 2. Now this came off of an old mate of mine, Zach, who used to drag race, who I probably mentioned in a previous video, and he said, I might have a pipe that will suit your bike, give it a go. So I popped over and collected it. It's got a nice Acra can on there. Popped over and collected it, and also collected a different sump, because as you may have seen again in the previous video, if you're sad enough to watch them, this has got an 1127 motor and it should have had a 1052. So sometime in its 40 years it has got the bigger motor in it, or a bigger motor, shall we say. But it seems what happened was they put the 1052 sump on the 1127 engine. No idea why, but that meant the standard exhaust pipe wouldn't fit and was hanging off of a bracket at the back, which was a bit annoying, to be honest. Well, as that goes, you know what, I've got some sumps kicking around. He's got stacks of stuff from his drag racing days, like poles or cylinder heads and stuff like that. And he's got a big block kit, ported head, flat slide carbs. So if anyone else wants stuff like that, because I'm not sure if I'm going to tune this or not, give me a message, I'll put you in touch with him. Lovely parts, makes good power. So anyway, Zach said I've got a sump, so lo and behold, I'm sure you won't be able to see that, but I now have the correct sump, which means, if we can get the angle right amongst all the crap, it now means the exhaust pipe bolts on. Look at this. Should have moved all this stuff out of the way, shouldn't I? The exhaust pipe now bolts on properly and clears where it should. So I now have a lovely standard exhaust pipe on it, which is where obviously Tony's pile of parts only have one of these in. That locates onto the pipe and then onto that engine mount in there. So happy days. You know, who would believe it, that some of the rarest, hardest to find parts he just had kicking around in a box. So that'll be a beer or two chucked towards him. Indicator relay, that had failed, so stick a bit of power on. Look at this. We've now got indicators. A horn, that's not great, I might have to sort that out. And I'm working through the bits as we go. Brake lights all work now, but obviously they'll need adjusting when the brakes are on and all bled up. Tyres, you might remember from the last video, some numpty ordered the wrong tyres. Well, tyre. The rear tyre I ordered was a 17, not an 18. What a twat. Anyway, sticky stuff tyres up in, where are they? I can't remember, up north somewhere, Shropshire. You'll find them anyway. Called them up, they were good as gold. I said, mate, I've made a bit of a cock up of all of the wrong tyres. He said, no problem, send them back and let's see what we've got for you. So he went through his folder onto the Bridgestone pages and he said, Bridgestone now recommend a 160/60 ZR18, and I've got those in stock. So true to his word, he posted a pair out to me. The front's still the same, but you have to send them back as a pair if you do a return. So he sent me a complete fresh pair out. So I now have a pair of tyres in the correct sizes. They'll be going on. I will paint the wheels while they're apart. I've got some paint and I've drilled the bolt holes that were, the bolt hole that was snapped. I drilled that out. So we've now got some nice titanium bolts in the front. Obviously the front wheel needs to come out. These discs need painting because they should be gold and they're not. Someone has painted them white, which is pretty disgusting. Now I'm hoping that these bolts come out nicely. I might chuck a bit of heat on those and then see what happens, because they're notorious for seizing in place. So wish me luck on that. But next time you see this, it should have some nice new Bridgestone tyres. I'll obviously check the wheel bearings while the wheels are being out and painted and what have you. But it should have black wheels and Bridgestone tyres. Potentially the brakes back on and potentially that clutch sorted, so that doesn't piss fluid. But I'd rather find that out now than later. So yeah, quick update. And if you're liking these videos, chuck a like and a subscribe, because I've now got 300 odd subscribers that watch this rubbish. Can you believe that? So it'd be good to have a few more. See if I can hit the 500. 500 people watching this drivel, can you imagine? Yeah, anyway. Right, happy days all. If you're riding, stay safe. If you're not riding, and if it's pissing down where you are, which it is today, which is a bit annoying because I've got to do a service on the wife's car. Yeah, but if you're riding, stay safe. If you're not riding, because of the crap weather, watch crap videos on YouTube. And I'll see you next time. Take care all. Cheers. A very quick addition to the video that I shot about a week ago. Oh look, it's looking good, isn't it? Hey, it's looking good. Some bits have arrived, so I'm going to do a bit of unboxing one-handedly. Now I've got an idea, I know what these are. I might have to just sit the camera down while I go through these. I think I've pretty much got everything now. Okay. That is a clutch master cylinder rebuild kit. Because as you know, the slave fluid clutch, hydraulic clutch, pissed hydraulic fluid all over the floor. So no point doing the bottom if you're not going to do the top as well. So that's that. Let's have a look at this one. What have we got in here? Well packaged, I'll give it that. In fact, who sent that? Was it Slipstream? Might have been Slipstream. Here we go. Clutch slave cylinder, GSXR. For there. So that's something else that I've got to do. But then in here, ooh, I'm going to cut this quite carefully because I know what's in here. In fact, I'm going to pop the camera down very properly. Well, not properly, but you know what I mean. Because I don't want to slice through anything that shouldn't be sliced through. It's not working, is it? Right then, it's well packaged. In here, can you guess what this is? You shouldn't be watching this video if you can't guess what it is. A clear screen, because yeah, back in the day everybody put coloured screens on their bikes. Personally, I think that's vile. So it's going. Someone will love it. Happy days. However, clear screen. So let's put that down somewhere carefully. But then in the bottom of the box, yes, oh, it's sealed up, but you know what that is, don't you? Actually, I'm going to open that. Bear with me. Oh, that there. That is the old GSXR headlamp cover. Look at that. Although the holes, I've got to say, the holes might need a bit of work. Looking at that, top hole and the bottom hole, that might need a little bit of work. So we'll get to that. The ones at either side look good. Yeah, but those ones don't. We'll work that one out. It's not the end of the world. However, if it doesn't fit, then obviously I'll have to send it back and potentially get one that's not been drilled, because that might be the easiest answer for me. I'm quite happy to drill it to make it fit. But yeah, here we go. I wanted just to chuck those few bits on the end of the video and then make some progress on this. But it's pissing down, so the wheels aren't going to get painted. But the next video shall hopefully be painted wheels, these parts fitted. I've still got the fork seals to do. Front wheel's got to come out, so I need to get the front of the bike in the air. I'll probably strap it and hoist it to the roof. That's what I normally do if I need to hang anything, and then we'll get cracking. But it's all looking good so far. So yeah, just wanted to chuck that on the end of the vid, because it's nice to unbox things. It's a bit like Christmas. Right, stay safe everyone. Catch you next time. Cheers.